Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. EastEnders star Richie insisted on key scene after underestimating impact of Alfie Moon's cancer story. The beloved character, who was diagnosed with prostate cancer last year, thinks about the lack of support he has around him while at a radiotherapy session, and feels sad when a fellow patient receives visitors from family members, while Alfie is all alone. Later, after accepting Linda's, Kelly Bright, offer of a drink, Alfie heads to the pub and is also joined by Billy, Perry Fenwick, and Ian Adam Woodyat. The evening starts off well, but things take a turn when Alfie realizes he can't get to the toilet in time and ends up having an accident. Actor Richie recently reflected on this scene, telling us that he pitched it to producer Chris Crenshaw after a similar situation occurred with his friend. When I was first approached to do the prostate cancer storyline, I asked Chris if we could do a scene where Alfie wets himself in front of people. Because it happened to a friend of mine who went through prostate cancer, he said. Alfie realizes he needs to go to the toilet, but he can't make it in time, and instead of explaining what is going on, he loses his temper and shouts at Patrick and Billy. When it happens, you can see the embarrassment with Alfie, but even then he still lies about why it's happened. I totally underestimated the impact the show could have, Shane revealed, pondering over Alfie's storyline so far. Being given the opportunity to shine a light on this particular disease has been an honor, but also it's opened my eyes to how common it is. Of course, I've had messages, but I've had people stop me in the street who have said, "Thank you so much for shining a light on this." One gentleman in particular saw what Alfie was going through this and told his family as a result. He said watching EastEnders gave him the strength to do it. If we can make a difference and shine a light on prostate cancer, it's worth it. It's been tough for Alfie, especially trying to keep it all a secret, as the only ones who do know are Kat, Phil, and Linda, he added. Linda is pressuring Alfie to let more people know and let them in, but in typical Alfie fashion, he doesn't want to burden anybody. He's had 20 years of holding onto other people's problems and secrets, and now he's got one of his own. Alfie over the years has always been one for sharing problems and advising others. A problem shared is a problem halved, but Alfie isn't listening to his own advice on this one. I think it's been a bit of a downward spiral, seeing Alfie going through that turmoil and keeping it to himself. Alfie will return to the pub for another chat with his friends later in the week, and eventually will find the courage to tell them about his cancer. I think it's because they are his history, Shane explained, discussing why Alfie opens up to Billy and Ian. They are his closest friends on the square. If you think about it, Phil Mitchell found out purely by accident, as did Kat. There were a series of things that happened with Alfie in the story that were beyond his control, whereas now he confides in them, and it's Linda that convinced him to tell these people. Over the years, Ian's been there for Alfie with the weddings, and with Billy and little Mo and Freddie, so there is a 22-year friendship and bond there. So if anybody is going to understand and support him, it was going to be Ian and Billy. When he tells them, it's like somebody's taken a weight off his shoulders. It's also interesting about how upset they are about the fact that he didn't tell them and was going through it on his own. There's something euphoric about it, telling them for Alfie.